Listen to me. Mike Tyson, $300 million. Gone. Not just gone. 23 million in the hole. You think that's about boxing gloves and bad luck? Nah, that's about the trap. And you're in it right now. You just don't know the layout yet. The suits, they got 78% of working stiffs living one envelope away from broke. 1 in 10 guys pulling 6 figures. Same boat. Capiche? This ain't about what you're earning. It's about what they taught you to do with it. So keep your voice down, what I'm about to tell you. The 5 families don't want you hearing this. See, everybody thinks money's just paper, a tool, a medium of exchange. That's what the textbooks say, the ones written by guys in corner offices. But between you and me, money is value. When you hand over that cash, you're saying this thing you got, worth exactly this much of my life. Every dollar you spend is a piece of your time, your sweat, your production. And the bosses, they figured out how to make you forget that. Turn on the news, they'll tell you, work hard, make more money, buy the nice car, get the big house, that's the dream. That's the story they sell to the mooks at the card table. The same fairy tale that had Tyson buying Bengal tigers and gold bathtubs while his accounts got drained by every associate with a handout. That's what they want you to believe. But look me in the eye. But between you and me, it's a fugazi, a whack job. See, they never told you about the production consumption racket. Here's how the game actually works. You got 2 sides of the ledger, always 2 sides. Production, that's the money coming in. You produce value, you work, you build, you solve problems. Money flows your way. That's your end of the bargain. Consumption, that's the money going out. The rent, the subscriptions, the new shoes every month, the lease on that car that loses half its value the second you drive it off the lot. Net worth equals production minus consumption. But the suits rigged it, so consumption always runs hot. They got you on the hook for the monthly VIG before you even see your paycheck. The mortgage, the car note, the 17 streaming services you forgot you signed up for. You're paying protection money to 100 different families and you don't even know their names. Yeah, hold on, I'm telling them the whole setup. This is important. Don't go nowhere. So what happens? You're out here grinding. Maybe you even get that raise, that promotion, that taste of made man status. But your consumption, it grows faster. They call it lifestyle creep. I call it the skim, bigger apartment, nicer restaurants, clothes that match your new title. You're keeping up with the Joneses. Only the Joneses are broke too. They're just better at hiding it on Instagram. Meanwhile, you got 3 psychological hits working against you. The ostrich effect, you don't even look at your account balance anymore. Ignorance ain't bliss, pal. It's a setup. Hyperbolic discounting. You take the shoes today instead of the investment tomorrow. Small reward now, big regret later. Social proof. Everybody's buying it, so it must be the move, right? Wrong. That's how they ran every con job since the Ponzi scheme. You're dancing to their music, not yours. And then one day you look up, the money's gone. You made it. You spent it. They took the cannoli and left you the gun. You're still in the rat race. 1 paycheck from the edge. 1 busted transmission. 1 hospital bill. 1 pink slip away from lights out. That's the trap. Now come closer. Here's the setup. The way you flip the table on them, right now, as we're talking, you're paying the VIG on your own life. Every month you go without a plan, without knowing where the money goes, that's interest on ignorance. That's the juice they're collecting while you sleep. You think the bosses got rich by accident? Nah, they got systems. They got budgets. They got 3 to 6 months of operating cash sitting in reserve, so when the heat comes, they don't fold. You need the same play. Step 1, awareness. Write it down. Every dollar, every month. You can't fix what you can't see. Journal your expenses like you're building a case file. Because you are. Step 2, the budget. Decide where the money goes before it goes. You're the boss now, not them. Live below your means. That ain't cheap. That's strategic. Step 3, the emergency envelope. 3 to 6 months of expenses, cash, untouchable. That's your insurance policy against getting whacked by life. You do that, you're out of the consumption trap. Now you can focus on the other side. See, all them personal finance gurus, they'll tell you to cut the lattes and skip the avocado toast. They'll tell you to penny pinch your way to wealth. But you know how they got rich? Not by saving nickels, by production at scale. They wrote the book. They sold the course. They built the brand. They solved the problem for 1 million people at once, and every one of them paid up. You want real wealth? You got to think like a made man. Find a problem, build a solution, sell it to the masses. The internet gave you the tools. YouTube, apps, digital products. You can produce value for 10 people or 10 million. Same effort, different scale. That's how you beat the trap. Control consumption, maximize production, solve problems at scale. So here's the offer. You didn't hear this from me, but I'm extending you a seat at the table. You want in on the next job, the next breakdown of how the suits are running the racket? Hit that like button. Subscribe. That's your way of telling me you're family now. You're in the loop. And remember, money ain't the root of all evil. It's a tool, a weapon, a key. The question is, are you going to let the bosses use it on you? Or are you going to learn to use it yourself? Now get out of here. I got calls to make.